Each year, the Harvard Black Law Students Association sends a group of delegates to an African country for its annual Africa Summit, with the goal of developing ties to the larger African diaspora. This year, we chose the great nations of Namibia and Zambia, with the hope that committee members would return to the HLS campus as ambassadors ready to share their experiences. Eager to learn about the rich histories and recent developments in both countries, we set off on our journey. After more than 20 hours of traveling, we arrived in Namibia. Our first stop in the country was the coastal town of Swakopmund, a seaside resort town which still retains a strong German character from the era of German colonization. Among the main attractions in the area are the striking sand dunes, which draw visitors from across the world and were one of the sights we had come to see. After safety instructions from our guide, we set off on quad bikes into the Namib Desert, which stretches for more than 1,200 miles along the Atlantic coast from Angola to South Africa. The Namib is almost completely uninhabited by humans, except for several small settlements and indigenous pastoral groups, including the Ovihimba and Herero in the north. After enjoying incredible views on the quads, we reached some of the higher dunes where visitors can sandboard down. With our guide's instructions in mind, each member of the group took the plunge and whizzed down the dunes, one by one.
Hey, hey! Hey, hey! Hey, hey! It's Mr. Maybe.
Exhilarated from our first ride, we trekked up an even steeper dune that provided for greater speed.
If you see her eyes, you don't go believe she's looking at me.
With a fun-packed weekend on the coast behind us, we headed to Windhoek, Namibia's capital, where the bulk of our trip lay. In our 4 days in Windhoek, we visited Parliament, which consists of the National Assembly and National Council, discussed criminal justice issues with Prosecutor General Martha Imalwa, met with the Minister of Justice, former Prime Minister Geingob, Chief Justice Peter Shivute, and discussed race and international relations with Namibian law students. We visited the Old Location Cemetery, a historic mass grave for those who were shot and killed on December 10, 1959, for refusing to be forcibly removed from their homes to Katatora, an area where Black Namibians were forcibly segregated from whites during South African apartheid rule. While in Windhoek, we also met with HLS alumna Diane Hubbard, coordinator of the Legal Assistance Center, the organization we designated to receive our donations this year. While there, we learned of the advocacy that LAC does relating to AIDS law, sexual abuse, human rights, and land rights. With an incredible 4 days in Windhoek behind us, we prepared for the last leg of our journey in Livingstone, Zambia. Named after British explorer David Livingstone, the city is a tourist destination because of its proximity to Victoria Falls, one of the 7 natural wonders of the world. Shortly after our arrival in Livingstone, we experienced some of the most spectacular views of the falls from the air by both microlight flights and helicopter. With a width of 5,604 feet and height of 354 feet, Victoria Falls is the largest waterfall in the world. The falls are located on the Zambezi River, which runs between Zambia and Zimbabwe. During the rainy season, the falls create a huge cloud of spray that can be seen from up to 31 miles away. Zambians call this Mosiwatunya, or the smoke that thunders. Apart from the magnificent views of the falls and exhilarating activities like ziplining and game drives, we were especially impacted by all those we were so fortunate enough to meet in both countries. The people we met and the things that we learned in these 2 countries have informed our perspective profoundly and will stay with us always. For that, we are extremely thankful.
Hey, hey! Hey, hey! Ay, 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 ay. Hey, hey! He get this fine lady, her body not die, he want baby, who's supposed to live like family. Hey, I know the lie, there's nothing stopping me. She dey feel my swag and I get money. I dey try my best to be somebody, cause I'm living life. this girl